Hello and welcome back to Crochet College. My name is Mia and today we are going to be looking into and reviewing the Rustic Romantic yarn from Yarn Bee. This is a Hobby Lobby brand if you're not familiar. For this yarn I paid $5.49 in American or US dollars. And overall what attracted me to this yarn was this beautiful kind of striation, or you've got these little specks and flecks of white in the yarn. And this is a consistent color between all of the colors or the color variations available. So all of the options do have this specks of white. The yarn itself is made using 85% acrylic and 15% hemp. This is a 4-weight or a medium yarn, and for washing instructions they recommend that you can machine wash it on low, below 30 degrees Celsius, and you can dry it in no heat, or lay flat to dry is probably the best option with any acrylic yarn. They do not want you to iron and they do not want you to bleach, and this wonderful P symbol there is instructions for the dry clean solvents that are used. So this is probably a product that would do great in a no heat dry cleaning situation. For this yarn, they recommend to hit the 4" by 4" gauge. You use 11 stitches across followed by 18 rows up. This is with a 6mm crochet hook. What I have to say about this yarn is it is very standard in feel. It's not too soft, but it's also not really rough. The one thing I will say is that as you go through the yarn, you can see that there is inconsistencies where that white, which I suspect is the hemp, is mixed in with that orange or whatever color the yarn might be, which I suspect is the acrylic. So you get a couple moments where it's really bulky. You also occasionally, as you're working with the yarn, do get some sticks. So I've actually got a stick right there popping out. And it's just the fibers, which I think are from the hemp, that haven't necessarily been thinned out to a very soft material. So you get these sticks occasionally through it. For those reasons, this is not a yarn that I would use with any garments or anything like that. Definitely not hats. You don't want anything scratching your skin. But it is great for home projects or basically any home goods that you might create, such as baskets, maybe even a table setting or a table runner, even a rug this could probably look beautiful with. So as I'm working up the swatch, it's evident that there is one problem with this yarn that is important to mention. Especially early on, if you're a center puller, you get a lot of yarn spaghetti because the fibers that are sticking out of the yarn, they kind of felt together, they clump, and it makes this very jagged edge to the yarn as it rubs next to each other. So I do find myself getting a lot of clumps and tangles, at least early on into the skein. But like I said, I am a center puller, so if you're somebody who balls your yarn first or even just works around the outside of the skein, you will probably have different results than me. So I have to give Hobby Lobby credit. They recommend for crochet a 6mm crochet hook with 11 single crochets across and 14 rows. I did exactly that and they hit it right on the head. I'm right at 4 inches across and I'm just about at 4 inches long. So if I were to just tighten up my tension a little bit, I would hit that 4-inch marker. And why I say Hobby Lobby is due some credit, at least with this yarn, is I see some crazy gauges when I look at the recommendations. And I don't know why some of these companies are writing such big hooks and doing stitch counts that are going to wind up with something way beyond the 4" by 4" gauge. So although I think Hobby Lobby deserves that credit and they created a beautiful stitch with that gauge, I love the definition you get with the yarn, and I like the fact that I would be comfortable making a whole blanket with this size, that 6mm crochet hook. However, if you've been following me for a little while, you know that I like my stitches tight and I like my crochet work to be dense. So what I actually wound up using this yarn for is creating baskets. So I have this yarn on this crocheted basket, and it is like a home goods type item. I love the way the hemp creates this almost natural, like wicker-esque look that you would normally get from a basket. It's got that basket feel because, again, this yarn, it's not a rough acrylic, but it does have a very natural feel to it. And then by using a 100% recycled cotton on the top of these baskets, at my next craft show, I am going to be showing off a lot of recycled fibers. So having that natural hemp mixed in with the acrylic plus the 100% recycled cotton, I think will make for an awesome sell and will help these to be more marketable. If you enjoyed this yarn review, please leave a like and remember to subscribe to my channel. And if you have a yarn that you would like me to try and review for you, please post it in the comments down below. I hope you guys have a great day.